fishing record.
Jeff Pike is West Ham's only response to their biggest defeat of the season at Watford on Tuesday. But in truth, there were few options for John Lyall, still unable to call upon the likes of Devonshire, Bonds, Parks and Witten. There's also a gesture of faith from Peter Shreeves. It's the same Tottenham side that lost to Everton with Danny Thomas and Mark Bowen, the fullbacks, and Steve Perryman in midfield alongside Glenn Hoddle and Ozzy Ardiles. John Chidozie is the substitute. He's recovered from a back injury, but is short of recent training. Referee Ray Lewis comes from Great Bookham in Surrey. It's West Ham's first post-Brooking season, of course. Trevor these days as perceptive as a broadcaster as he was out on the pitch, and trying very hard, I'm sure, to be impartial in his comments today. So it's West Ham to kick off, with tradition at least favouring them today. Tottenham's last win at Upton Park was back in 1973. A pitch that's very much on the firm side. Always a great atmosphere for this particular fixture in this compact ground. And Gale slipping as he turned away from Garth Crooks. And Ray Stewart just making up for Gale's slip, but at the cost of a throw. Falco, half a chance here for Crooks, who has scored the winning goal in each of Tottenham's last two away games in the First Division, at Stoke and at Liverpool. Goddard, and Bowen preventing Allen getting in behind him. Tony Galvin helping out the young fullback. Here's Goddard. And Dickens was drawing back the foot, and it was Miller in the nick of time when Alan Dickens had a clear sight of the Tottenham goal. West Ham have the corner. Gale and Alvin Martin have come forward, and it's Martin, who looked to me as though he might have been pushing, but it was off the line by Mark Bowen, and the whistle didn't go. A thumping header from Alvin Martin, who came storming from the back, and Bowen guarding the post. West Ham back four certainly had problems at Watford on Tuesday night, as the scoreline suggests. John Lyall keeping faith with them, because it was only a week ago that West Ham chalked up a rare victory at Nottingham Forest. Hoddle. Now Galvin. Support is Perryman. Thomas has Hoddle outside him. And it deflects for Crooks. And a fine reflex save from Tom McAllister to stop Garth Crooks, giving Tottenham the lead. It was a fortunate ricochet that came Crooks' way, but his response was instantaneous, and so too was McAllister's. Goalkeepers will do that in their attempts with the four-step rule to control the ball not with their hands but with their body. And Ray Clements concedes the corner totally unnecessarily. He can smile about it at the moment, but if West Ham were to score here, the Tottenham players would look quizzically, I would think, at their goalkeeper. Spurs corner. Stewart, that might turn out to be a pass when it was meant as a shot. The problem for goalkeepers is that they are only allowed 4 steps after they've touched the ball with their hands, but if they use their bodies, as Clements was trying to do then, they're only judged in terms of the laws as an outfield player. Cottee, and Perryman, and now Barnes. And the Tottenham captain is perhaps a little indecisive. And West Ham have a corner. Almost rolled for Bobby Barnes, and Clements felt he had to go. It's Barnes who takes the corner. Goddard, straight at the goalkeeper. Clements opting to stay on his line, and it was the right decision. Here's Hoddle. One of those raking passes that Crooks enjoys chasing, and he's collected this one. Bowen. And Paul Allen has had to do more defensively than he would have liked in the first half, and has had few opportunities to get forward. Galvin. And a corner for Spurs, which they take quickly. To Bowen. And perhaps Roberts can strike one here, and Ardiles can, and Ardiles has put Tottenham in front with less than 2 minutes of the first half remaining. And Graham Roberts, who scored so emphatically against Everton from a similar position, completely mishit that one, but Ardiles got it right. How glad the Tottenham supporters are to see him back after 2 really lean years with injury. And what an important goal that could still be for Tottenham in the championship race. With his back to the goal, he really just turned and hit it, but he found the perfect spot. And West Ham must be experiencing a familiar feeling in home matches. They've gone behind again at Upton Park. And yet again, after being the more enterprising side in the early attacking sorties. But here's Allen. And finally off Perryman for a corner. So Mark Bowen, who's already made one important goal line save on that post. Unable to get any force into the header this time. The end of a frenetic first half, but it's Tottenham who go off with the lead, given to them in the 43rd minute by Osvaldo Ardiles, with a typical piece of quick thinking. And West Ham must feel a little aggrieved on the balance of play to be going in a goal down. At half-time at Upton Park, it's West Ham 0, Tottenham Hotspur 1. Tottenham with that psychological boost of having drawn first blood just before the interval. They've taken more away points, 33, than they've got at White Hart Lane this season. Had they put together anything like a string of results at home, they'd be favourites surely to take the championship instead of having to chase Everton and Manchester United from behind. Delez. Although admitting that he's short of match practice, already having made a significant contribution again here. A goal that owed itself to the quick thinking of the man who's a trained lawyer. And Alvin Martin has stayed forward. And he made it too. Barnes and Clements not called upon. Alvin Martin's presence has discomforted Spurs on a number of occasions. Falco's flick, dropped well for Galvin. And it skimmed off the head of Gale. Here's Perryman. And Hoddle. And Falco. Can Crooks reach it? It was a delightful move. Steve Perryman has slotted neatly back into his old midfield role. Hoddle, the lieutenant, on this occasion. A lovely touch from Falco, and the race was on for Crooks. And stretching, he just sent it too high. Dickens. Cotti chases. He may have the legs of Roberts. It's the cue for West Ham to augment their strike force with the introduction of Dave Swindlehurst, who replaces Bobby Barnes 14 minutes into the second half. Swindlehurst on his way back from an injury sustained at White Hart Lane when these two teams played a 2-2 draw on Boxing Day. Tottenham are warming up their substitute, John Chidozie. Gives it away, pressurised by Swindlehurst. Allen, two to his left. And Allen couldn't find either of them. It all stemmed from a mishit clearance by Graham Roberts, of all people. As Swindlehurst darted across to attempt to tackle on him. As he gets ready for action. Tony Galvin looking towards the bench. It's possible that he might be the player replaced. He took a heavy fall in the first half. And indeed, that is the substitution. John Chidozie, who injured his back in Tottenham's win at Anfield, but has made a quicker recovery than anticipated. Peter Shreve's rather gambling on his fitness. Crooks, and here's Chidozie with his first touch, and Hoddle. It almost crept in. What a start that would have been for John Chidozie. It almost ended as a goal for Hoddle. There's no place for faint hearts as West Ham charge forward with Goddard. That was handball by Miller, who's already been booked and walks a tightrope with the referee. puffed the cheeks out in relief. Now, Ray Clements will know all about the shooting power of Ray Stewart, who in West Ham's 4-1 win against Tottenham here last season hit a volley that they're still talking about, the West Ham supporters. It sped past Clements that day, but it's Cottee, and that's off the wall. West Ham trying to mount a rally. A home defeat here would be a disaster. And on the breeze, the ball bends away from Swindlehurst. Stewart. And Thomas leaning on Goddard, and that isn't allowed because Thomas was the player in possession. And quite rightly, Ray Lewis gives West Ham a free kick. And another chance to get on terms. That's Gale. This is Allen. And Dickens and Martin. And now Swindlehurst. And Orr. And Clements had the final say. If you have any doubt about Tottenham's resolve to keep pressing for the championship, look how they got bodies in line here. They were going to stop West Ham having a clean strike. West Ham have 15 minutes left if they're going to get something out of this London derby. Tottenham 15 minutes to hold on if they're going to get 3 significant points. Thomas. Chidozie, who's taken up Galvin Station on the left-hand side. Well won by Swindlehurst. And Allen. This time it's Roberts. So Martin again. West Ham haven't varied their corners a great deal. They now have Swindlehurst, of course, as well. The ball usually pulled away from the goalkeeper. Martin got there, and Bowen, a replica of the first half. And now West Ham will have a free kick, although I'm not sure that the ball was actually going in, but Bowen was taking no chances. The aerial force of West Ham, and Mark Bowen doing the right job for the fullback. But there are more problems ahead for Tottenham here. Stewart takes, and it's Hoddle who meets it. Orr. Cottee is onside, and Clements is committed. Martin again. Tottenham really have to sort out who is going to pick up the West Ham captain, because sooner or later he is going to find a way through. It's Miller taking him this time. Dickens. And it was Falco to the rescue. Every Tottenham player back in their own area. Wolford is wasting his own side's time by trying to steal yardage at the throw. Martin got the better of Falco. He's a one-man strike force at the moment. needed 2 attempts to turn it over. Superb technique from both players. In terms of Walford's volley, Clements would have liked to have turned it over the first time, but responded as it might have just dropped in to force it over the bar. Swindlehurst. Tottenham at the moment are hanging on by a thread, and by the skill of the goalkeeper, who on current form surely can't be passed by any other in the land. Ardiles. West Ham being urged forward again by their supporters. Neat touch from Goddard. Or Swindlehurst. It's a line of claret and blue through the middle. Here's Neil Orr. Clements to the rescue for Tottenham again. They were caught square by Orr's run from deep. And although Clements needed 2 bites at it, he formed the barrier once more. Goddard. Swindlehurst couldn't gather, Cottee did. Allen. And Orr has sneaked forward again. Dickens! Yes! And not undeserved. Tottenham hang their heads. Only 6 minutes remaining. And not for the first time this half, Neil Orr getting in undetected to play in the cross, swept in by Dickens. It's 1-1. And Alan Dickens, who came originally into the West Ham team with a flurry of goals from midfield, contributes a vital one, perhaps for their first division survival. Away comes Goddard. Now, can he match the run with a pass? His players either side, with Swindlehurst to the left. And maybe Swindlehurst looks for personal glory and almost finds it. He seemed to be going nowhere. And had to really twist into the shot. He's not scored in the First Division since February last year. The final whistle, and Alan Dickens gave West Ham a share of the points with an equaliser 6 minutes from time, equalising the goal from Osvaldo Ardiles 2 minutes from half-time. A game to get the crowd on their feet to applaud the players off, but I wonder when the dust settles whether 1 point apiece is enough on a day when both sides were desperately looking for 3. The final score at Upton Park: West Ham United 1, Tottenham Hotspur 1.